Hello and good day to all friends. This is Mulchtabarasti speaking. I'm from the Thales group, and today is December 17th, 2025. I'm here with you with a new update from the weekly trading insights. Actually, a new market entry update starting from Sunday, December 14th. Now, let's take a look at the market for the end of week expiry on December 19th. Check out the market from the greener perspective and see if there's any change in outlook. As we mentioned, the last view we had at the end of the week was on Sunday, December 14th, that's why starting from the entry trades on Sunday, December 14th, from around 6 p.m., we're actually considering the period from 6 in the evening until now for the December 19th expiry. As you can see, 7,837 Bitcoins have entered the market in the form of 250 option contracts. And as you can see, the result is completely bearish. We have a very strong gamma, which is positioned at 83,500. And the red curve also turns profitable below 82,800. We also have a slightly smaller short gamma positioned at 92,400. What does that mean? It means the highest point we can reach. Look, right now we're here, and if the delta rally goes up, it can reach around 90,000. On the other hand, we can also consider up to about 92,500. If the price can manage to reach that level in this downward trend we're seeing, but only by the end of the week, you can see that the situation actually favors the downside. Move the slider forward as well. If we do that, you'll see not much really changes. The bearish outlook still dominates. Here we actually find two gamma positions. To the downside, there's a gamma at 85,500 and another at 70 and 75, 74. Again, you can see that a sense of fear is taking over the market. And this fear is pushing the price estimates toward very low numbers. So this change isn't happening. Let's move on to the process database. In the process database, we also need to adjust the open interest to positive. Again, even without factoring in open interest, you can see that the same pattern is showing up. Here again, we have some gamma levels at 83, and the price starts to become profitable below around 82. The red curve and a gamma at the top at 91. Let's move the slider forward a little bit. The bullish view, the bullish leg, goes up a bit, but the downward pressure still dominates, with gamma actually at 75. Alright, now let's move the slider. Let's set the open interest to positive. With positive open interest, you can see it's still the same story. Gamma is at 85, but the bullish leg has moved up a bit, getting a little closer to profit. You see, even towards the end of the trade, there was a bit of a bullish sentiment here. But now, you see you're facing another bottom, meaning up to this point, the bearish leg is dominant, right? You see the bearish leg is dominant from here. After this, it starts to take on a slightly bullish curve, even though the volume isn't very high, 383 Bitcoin. But actually, when you turn on the delta and gamma, you can see there's a heavy gamma on one side. In fact, we have a negative gamma condition on the upside at 87, which indicates put selling. Call selling and put selling, which are usually... Call selling has a bearish outlook, and they see a ceiling for the price. And on the downside, with the price dropping, there are put sales. Puts have been sold down to 78, 79, and a floor has been seen. And on the other side, up to 91, there's a ceiling, somewhere in between these. These sales and the volatility are showing the same negative gamma. Let's move on. Let's look at the higher volume contracts. Actually, let me reset this filter once. Let me just take a moment to carefully check it again, please. Out of the 4 options, well, absolutely nothing changes. Look at the processed one again carefully. The filter went to higher volume, It was set to 10 Bitcoin and above. The volume went higher, but again, it's the same story. You see it's still bearish, and really you see not much difference is made. Let's go back to the processed one again. You see, despite returning the filter to its normal state, the overall pattern is still the same as you can see. It's become seriously volatile at the bottom. We're in a volatile phase, of course. And the volatility ceiling could even go up to 95. Let's make the open interest positive. Again, all the scenarios to be seen. Let's move on to the contracts. We have 21 trades of 50 Bitcoin or more. Let's consider this, say, 22 of them. 30 trades of 26 to 30 Bitcoin. Let's review the ones above that, so we cover the maximum number of trades. Alright. The shape of the curve you see takes into account the possibility of both directions. The bias is toward the downside. The downside is more profitable, and the gamma of the trades is at 84, the average purchase of calls. The puts are also at 84, and let's see that the highest volume we have is 2 trades of 250. One is a 250 long put at 84. 15 have also entered, and the price is below 84. For another Friday, there's a request for a 250 Bitcoin long call at 91, and this one also has 16 entered. 16 have also entered, which is probably intended to fully cover the significant upward move we experienced yesterday. Alright then. And let's see if there are any strategies among the block trades. These look like strategies. This one and this one. Take a look. Yes, it's a strategy. If I remember correctly, it's a box spread. A box spread. It's a put-put box spread, actually, and it's bearish. That means here they've considered profits below 80,000, and to the upside, they've limited their profit to 87, 80, 80,000. In other words, ultimately they're expecting the price to reach 80 or 80,000. In a way, you could interpret it like that, expecting it to reach there, but on the downside, they've left the profit open. The steps are at 83, and from below 80,000 or 81,000, it starts to become profitable. So you see, they're keeping an eye on those areas as well. Actually, after this point, well, these aren't really strategies. They're just like that. Here too, it's a strategy play. We have a set of 100 Bitcoin. Well, this is a short straddle that has taken the volatility range into account, between 85,700 and 90,500, with the peak profit at 88,000. So according to this trader's view, which is the most recent one, meaning it's a new position, they've just entered recently, and today they're watching 90, expecting it to stay between 85,500 and 90,500 until Friday. Alright, let's continue. Let's see how the trades that were entered today, the 17th, which are these ones, what their outlook is. This is a put sell. Today's entries are for trades of 50 Bitcoin and above. Just for today, for Friday. They've taken a put selling position, seeing the bottom around 80. Right around here. We're at about 86, 86 and 500. That's what they're saying. So we might see some volatility until the end of the week, with the price moving around these levels. We might come down a bit to this lower area. For example, we could see it drop to 86, then bounce back up, and then come down again. These scenarios are also possible. At least from the perspective of the number of traders we have here. And ultimately, we might increase the size of it. As you can see, the curve for 50 is still the same shape. 60 Bitcoin and above. It doesn't make a difference, 70 and 100 and above. No, because now it's 10, 100 and above, 11 trades. Again, you can see that both directions are possible, but the tendency is more toward a decline. In fact, the downward tendency is stronger. For 120 and above, the downward trend is even more pronounced. So the heaviest trades we have, that is 120 Bitcoin and above. At that point, the decline is almost completely dominant. 83,000. So, it seems that by the end of the week, we'll likely see an attempt at 85 and a move toward 84. Here, 83 is right here. This is our previous bottom, and even 80, which is shown up in some strategies. It's probably on our main agenda, but until Friday, here we might see some ups and downs, meaning there could be some volatility here and then possibly a rebound upward. We might see some fluctuations until the end of the week, but the main goal of the big trades is to hit their main target, 85 and a move toward 83, and if that breaks, a move toward 80,000, 81,000. They see it that way, it seems. Thanks for your attention. I hope this has been helpful. Goodbye and take care.